Welcome to Libertex. The S&P 500, along with the Nasdaq, breached all-time highs on Wednesday, January 20th, as President Joe Biden was sworn in. S&P 500 price predictions are now being reevaluated as further stimulus talks could increase and continue the upward momentum. The S&P 500 has risen by over 4% since the start of January, and is up by over 1% in the third calendar week of 2021. In this video, we'll give you a complete S&P 500 analysis, as well as S&P 500 price targets, going over both the fundamentals and technicals with the chart breakdown towards the end. The dominant catalyst that has S&P 500 prices soaring to new 52-week all-time highs is from the transition of presidential administrations leading up to and beyond Joe Biden's inauguration. Joe Biden has unveiled plans to release a massive $1.9 trillion stimulus package under the title the American Rescue Plan. The proposals outlined in the new stimulus plan include $400 billion worth of pandemic defense to go towards broadening COVID vaccine distribution and reopening schools. In addition, the stimulus package will include increased direct payments to qualifying taxpayers, foreclosure and eviction relief, new tax credits, and as much as $350 billion in local aid initiatives. The S&P 500 is reacting quite aggressively to the upside as a result, because of the new stimulus package's likelihood of being approved without a barrier, as Democrats now dominate all three branches of government. The bullish sentiment doesn't end there, however. This is only part one of Joe Biden's relief plan, and there is heavy speculation that successive plans to be revealed in February will be even greater, focusing on infrastructure, healthcare, and education. In addition to the winds of change in the political spectrum, the S&P 500 itself has events of its own that can continue to ignite the rocket fuel. Earnings reports from some of the biggest companies housed within the S&P 500, including Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Netflix, IBM, Charles Schwab, and more, are starting to be released with signs of growth throughout, helping to channel more wind into the S&P 500 sails. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the technicals for the S&P 500 and what can be observed on the charts. Alright everyone, we are now here in the Libertex terminal looking at the technical analysis chart for the S&P 500. January 20th was an amazing day for the SPY. As you can see here on the daily chart, we have this nice clear channel development, which came into effect after breaking out of a bullish flag that we saw in December, giving the S&P 500 solid growth going into the new year, climbing about 5% since. It's hard to imagine betting against the SPY right now with the way the pattern is developing, as it appears money is flooding into the index. However, as is always the case with a major run-up like this, we need to be cautious of a pullback. When this starts to run out of fuel, there is potential for a bit of a pullback around the 3,720 mark, 3,730 mark, I would expect, where I would like to see it consolidate and build until we can get a further breakout up to new highs. The question that many analysts have right now are whether we can now expect the S&P 500 to rise up to 4,000 or even go beyond that. And this possibility cannot be ruled out for now, especially after the index just broke the $3,800 resistance mark. So this bullish sentiment continues to fuel the market, especially in regards to the coming stimulus. Short sellers should be aware that this is a very bullish trend we're looking at right now. And historically, when the markets are reacting to stimulus talks, when there is a likely stimulus coming into effect, the trend usually gains in momentum. However, to reiterate, with big run-ups come pullbacks, I would like to see a dip back down to this range right here and consolidate before making that bigger leap upward. However, this candle right here above the 3,800 price point is a very bullish signal. Do you see the S&P 500 breaking 4,000 in the short to mid-term? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you'd like to trade the S&P 500, Libertex makes it a breeze. Simply head over to libertex.com via the links in the description and open up a free account to start trading today. If you got any value from this video, please like and subscribe to become a member of our growing community of traders, and as always, trade for more with Libertex. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.